Hi everyone, welcome to another Oracle card reading for the heart and soul. I am Cheryl Harnish. Hi. And today's reading is, what are you manifesting into your life right now? What are you manifesting consciously, subconsciously, and what can you do to unmanifest some of the things that might be showing up in your world right now that you don't particularly want? Now, before we get started, I have to say I had a comment on the last video saying you are like my tarot therapist, and I thought that is so funny, and I should call it like tarot therapy. And so if you guys like that and resonate with it, if you think that's kind of like a good shtick or handle, let me know. I would really like to hear your input in the comments below. And next video, I'm doing a free personal reading giveaway, a 1 hour personal reading. So be sure to catch the next video. So if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe, because I want you guys all to get in on that little contest that we're going to be doing. And so for our choices, I do a two-level reading. The timestamps are in the comments section pinned to the top. So how this is going to work: the first part of your reading, the main bulk of your reading, is going to be one of these three choices. So froggy number 1, froggy number 2, or froggy number 3. Okay. For the second choice, which adds to your reading and gives you like another level of energy, I have 3 crystals. And for the life of me, you guys, I'm sorry, I can't remember what this one is called, but it's blue and it's angelic. Celestilite, or I don't remember. So if you do know, you can write it down in the below. So this is the angel crystal. I'm just going to call it that. This is, I love this one, is a obsidian hearts. It's 2 obsidian hearts. It doesn't show up super well. And this is millions of year old petrified Hopi wood that has crystallized, and it is just one of my favorites. Okay, you know, and I realize this is like angelic spiritual realm, the heart, emotional, mental realm, and this is like the physical reality. So you could base your choices of what you want to hear about based on that, if you'd like, or just choose the crystal that resonates with you. Now, as always, you are more than welcome to pick more than one reading. Whatever you need for yourself, that's good. Just take a moment to breathe, relax, and just really let yourself get centered before you make your choice. And I will see you there at your reading. Hi, Group 1. How are you guys? All right. Our lovely praying froggy. We'll put him over here kind of as our reading mascot. And let's see what we have. Okay, I am going to go this way. I do this every time. Okay. So we have loved ones, which oftentimes this is talking about loved ones who've passed over, the people that we're connected to who are on the other side. This is self-talk. This is one of my most favorite cards. So you guys, heads up, you're getting a little spiritual spanking today with love. Okay. This is Kuan Yin, and I want to point out here, guys, that's a master number 33. And Kuan Yin, this is kind of funny because Kuan Yin is a lot about compassion and coming into that place of compassion within our hearts. And, for most of us, it's generally pretty easy for us to feel that compassion for other people and empathy for where they're at and, their personal human struggle. And then when it comes to ourselves, our compassion goes out the window, and we're just like, we can be just so damn hard on ourselves. And that it's surprising how well these two actually work together, because, you know, this is talking about self-compassion, and this one is talking about your self-talk. So Spirit is like really calling you guys out. Okay, I love this one. See how it looks like this teardrop? And this is talking about having shed some tears, going through some harder times. But it's talking about that being like a cleanse, that, you know, it's okay. You don't, when you're manifesting, it is not all about, oh, I'm happy, everything's great, it's okay. And inside, you are like in utter chaos and turmoil and trying to reject the emotions, these human, natural human emotions. And like a part of that message that's coming through is that it's okay to embrace these feelings. It's not going to interfere with your manifesting. It's when we reject those feelings and it becomes stored in our physical cells, in our subconscious, and in our energetic body, that begins to interfere with whatever we're trying to manifest out here. That's when it interferes, because it starts to play patterns out in the subconscious, begins to recreate this emotional trauma that we're holding inside of us. And it's not necessarily trauma, it's just the BS of life, right? So this is talking about coming to that place of going, okay, you know what? I've got these feelings inside of me. And instead of running from them, which is a natural inclination, like to just get away. I don't want to hurt. I don't want to feel the pain, the rejection, the whatever it is that we're feeling. But if we take the time when that emotion arises to sit in presence, to sit present. I mean, Kuan Yin is a Buddha figure. This is like the head and the body sitting in this kind of Buddha pose, you know, just like our lovely hair, right? And to become present with the feeling, to just breathe quietly and feel the feeling without allowing the ego to step in, the mind to step in and label your pain, blame the pain, get the, you know, all the mental stuff that happens with it. It's just allowing the feeling. And when we do that, and when we sit truly, honestly, accepting the feelings that are happening within us without judgment or rejection or resistance, and just saying, okay, I'll feel this, it actually disempowers the negative effects of that energy. Because ultimately, all emotions are energy that we are experiencing. And if we allow that process, it actually gives us the ability to subconsciously process the emotions of what's happened here. It doesn't reign control over us. And it becomes a really beautiful healing and release. And now you're cleaning out anything that helps to clean out anything that's in the subconscious that relates to this incident from your past, or to these feelings from your past. So it's very cleansing, and it actually amplifies your ability to be able to manifest consciously and unconsciously the things that you are truly desiring. Okay, so I hope I've explained that well. It seems like a great big explanation, but that one really had to come out. So this is talking a lot about not avoiding the hard stuff, right? Okay, so we still have 2 more cards to get out here. And let's see, these ones are just jumping out right away. Ooh, okay. So the first card that I pulled out here is the recognition card. And the other one, I love this one, is the intuition card. So here we have spirals. As you know, wherever there's spirals, there is growth and expansion happening here. So there's a lot going on here with you guys, okay? So part of what they're talking about here with what's manifesting into your life, I feel like there's It sounds kind of ridiculous, but it isn't. There's a lot of self-recognition happening here, like recognizing, because that recognition card is talking about being seen out here in the world. And it's talking about being your gifts, your talents, your heart, your joy, your smile, the things that make you you are recognized out here in the world by others. But in order for that to happen, there has to be some sort of recognition for yourself of these qualities on some level. And it's even if it's just beginning to open to that. And when we begin to recognize those things in ourselves, and of course, being able to recognize our emotions that need to be dealt with, or however it is that we're talking to ourselves, right? And coming from that place of compassion, that we begin, through that process of cleaning and really beginning to shift, because we love, I call it, it's like rubbernecking at an accident, because internally, humans, we're addicted to pain. We like that pain stuff. Like, what was the worst thing somebody has said to me? Throughout the course of a day, 5 people can say 5 really amazing, beautiful things to you, but that one person who made that one snide remark, yeah, that's what your brain is going to chew on for the next 3 days, right? And so this is talking about coming to that place of recognition of the good things that are within you, and kind of like unlocking from these things that you may consider negative about yourself, and beginning to focus on what are the good things about yourself. And what begins to happen is that this starts it creates a focus. The subconscious goes, oh, is that what we're looking at now? We're going to look at the good. And the more that you look at the good within yourself, the more that the world outside of you begins to reflect that back to you by telling you, oh my God, your hair looks great today. You have the sweetest smile. Do you know that I appreciate your friendship more than anybody else? That kind of thing, right? So that recognition card is showing up here. Now, I have to say, before I put this down, I also get the feeling that for some of you, there's some sort of recognition with your work or at work. So whether you're working for yourself or you're under somebody's employment, there's some sort of, that could be like a raise or a change in position, or, if you're working for yourself, kind of gaining more clients, like actively seeing this coming to you, that the world kind of is seeing you're good here, right? And it is relating to your work as well. The other thing that is manifesting here for you guys is your intuitive development, your intuitive connection. And I feel like on one level, that is part of why that loved ones card is here. So that, like in one essence, that loved ones card is talking about that spiritual support coming in for you to help you with your intuitive development. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of you end up manifesting teachers, or I was going to use the word guru, that's not what I mean, mentors, and people who are a little bit more in tune, in touch, advanced perhaps with their intuitive abilities and gifts to, the universe. When we're manifesting, there's a bridge of incidents that unfolds for us. And it's like, the universe brings in this person and this event and these things to help us with it. But I also feel like there's a lot of support for you guys in that. And for some reason, the other feeling that I'm getting with the loved ones card today is that they are talking about loved ones that we love. We could call it our SP, our partners, our whoever, whatever. That's people who are special to you, that are here on this side, not just passed over. And it feels like there's some sort of deeper connection coming here with that Kuan Yin and that compassion card. And that could very much be that, you know, they have more compassion for you. They see you in a different light. You know, you kind of open up and really begin to express, because this is a mouth talking about self-talk, right? Express your, you know, your deeper feelings, your truer feelings. There's just this feeling of deeper intimacy or connection somehow with your loved ones, your special people in your lives. So it feels like there's some sort of boost in your closest relationships that's coming here, that's manifesting for you here. Now the other card that I want to address here that we haven't spoken about yet is the self-talk card. Now this looks like a mouth. These are lips and these are teeth. Only if you notice, these teeth are going inwards instead of like outwards like this. And it goes inside into the pits of eternity. And this is like mental diet. Okay, guys, this is talking about a mental diet. This is about you beginning to become, like the Buddha, present, conscious, aware of what the thoughts are that are in your head, what the words are that are in your head, what is being said in your mind, what arguments are you having with people, right? What things are being relived in your mind over and over, because those things, words have power. The word was God, and the word is God. Those things, the words manifest, the thoughts manifest. And I don't want to say that in a way that creates, you know, this fear. It's simply about awareness, becoming aware of what's going on. And it's like, no more knocking yourselves, no more engaging in those hurtful kind of self-talk, self-stories that just keep playing and playing over in your mind, right? Because we're looking to what there is that's in your life right now that you can unmanifest. And the part of this message is talking about you doing a mental diet, you just becoming present. And so it's like, when you catch yourself in that dialogue, you know, of whatever that stuff is that's going on in your mind. It's not like, oh my God, I'm talking crappy and to myself and having this shitty story, and so I'm going to manifest crap out here. It's not about that. It's not reacting to it. It's like, oh, haha, I caught you again, you little devil. Okay. And then you switch your focus, like we were talking about with that recognition card. It's about switching your focus back to yourself, to the good things that you see in yourself, to the good things that are happening in your life, or even to a mantra or positive affirmation, like whatever you can think of that. And it's good to pre-plan one so that when you catch yourself in this kind of internal chatter, that you have something to, as a rebuttal in a way. Like anything, it could be, I remember I am light and love. I am part of the divine, and that means I am love. Like, I mean, these are lame because I'm trying to pull them off the top of my head, but I have a few that I use, but they're too personal and I don't want to share them. But anyhow, it is very much, you guys, about getting a grip on what is happening out here. Now, this is not all there is to your reading. There is the second level to your reading, and either our choice A, choice B, or choice C, and this is going to give you just a little more clarity and maybe even more direction of where you can take things and start manifesting some more. So I'll see you guys in just a sec. Hi, group number 2. How are you? We'll move this guy over here. And first we will start with our cards and see what we've got here. Ooh, okay. So I'm actually going to go this way. We have fairies. So this is talking about maybe a bit of strife happening in some of your relationships. That could be friends, your special someone, your partners. It can be at work, whatever. There's usually some sort of argument or discontention happening there. Royal order. That is talking about self-care. Oh, beautiful. Archangel Michael. And I feel like, wow. Okay. That's already the story is unfolding. Because Archangel Michael, along with one of the he's about expression and communication, but he's also a relationship angel, and he is about us, helping us to, like, we use the word sometimes, cut the cords with other people. But I mean, what's really happening when we cut cords is that we kind of emotionally, energetically make a disconnect from this person just to create some space for ourselves to be able to process what is going on for ourselves. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Another power card. And then you guys have Dragon Guide. And there's like multiple dragons throughout this. And this one is about breathing a little fire if you have to, standing up for yourself if you need to. It's an empowerment thing. It's about stepping into your power. Now, I'm just going to get out our other 2 cards here and see what we've got going. Okay. And I'm going to take this one and this one right here. Ugh. Okay. I have to. I'm having an argument. No, I can't pull that card. Yes, you have to pull that card. No, I don't. Right order. I love that. That, to me, tells me, like, they're kind of talking about, some relationship stuff, interpersonal things that have been perhaps going a bit awry, not going in the direction that you want. And then, we have this is a resolution, solution kind of card. And it feels like, they're saying that things are going to shift and align and come into the proper order. Integrity. Beautiful. Okay, and now we have our one extra that shifting. Okay, I see why they made me pull that card. Because for you guys, group 2, it seems like Spirit wants to talk more about what's happening in your relationships and your personal connections, more so than other things in your life like money, career, or any of those things. So, with this fairies card, now these are like 2 little fairies, but they're more like sprites because they're a little bit, like coyote medicine, like they're tricksters kind of thing, and they have like a little bit of mischievousness to them. That's a good word. And then we have all these flames, and it doesn't show up in video very well, I'm sorry, but within the center there is this amazing spider web. Okay, and this is talking about getting caught up in these emotional dramas that are happening in relationships around you, and you may or may not be even directly involved. Like, this can be third parties fighting and arguing and them coming to you as a mediator, or this could be directly like, discontention and things happening within relationships that mean something to you, that are important. But though, it can be, situations with coworkers and stuff like that too, of course. But the thing with the fairies card is that whatever these things are that are playing out, These are old patterns. These are old stories. There's some old stories playing out in your subconscious that is recreating itself out here in your relationships, right? And these are beliefs or dynamics that you learned earlier in childhood, that these dynamics continue to play out in your relationships now. And that web that's in the middle is talking about getting stuck in it, stuck into this, dramatic role story play that is unfolding in the theater of your life, right? But what I really do like about this card is that all it's doing is bringing awareness to the fact that there are these dynamics that are living within you that you need to take a time out here, because that's kind of what Archangel Michael is saying, that there needs to be a bit of a time out, like stand up for yourself. It's okay to breathe a little fire. It's okay to stand up for what you feel is right, or to stand up for yourself, or whatever this is talking about in relation to you, this situation that is calling for a sense of empowerment on your part. Now, this is not aggression, right? It's not like yelling and screaming and waving your arms like a gorilla to get your point across. This is like you standing up for yourself and saying the hard things that need to damn well be said in a kind and loving way, right? It can be done. It can be done. There's a way to communicate the truth, even hard truths, in a way that it isn't confrontational. So it feels like that kind of thing needs to happen, and then there needs to be some sort of disengagement from these parties, from the people, some sort of disconnect, perhaps assessing whether you want them or need them in your life. And then it's about this, because Michael is all the archangels, all of the universe, and Spirit is supporting us in our journey of personal growth. And this is about taking that time to look at, how did this manifest? What is it that's living inside of you as far as your beliefs about your own value, your own worth? Sometimes it can be, we have this little belief living inside of us that we aren't good. We're not a good person. Even though we're really good people, we can never be good enough. And then we end up having relationships manifest outside of us that keep mirroring this belief or thought that we're not good enough with the people around us, giving us back that message because it's alive inside of us. And so Archangel Michael is talking about taking a step back, giving this space for yourself, creating space with this person, right? And then coming back inside of you and looking at what is it that is living inside of you that is feeding this. Because once you address that and start to heal that, it will heal these relationships. They will automatically begin to shift as your mind, thoughts, perceptions, and beliefs about yourself shift. The world shifts, because the world is just a mirror, right? And so you can get upset at the mirror, right? That's like, I said to one person in a reading the other day, a gentleman, I said, that's like trying to shave the mirror, shave the face in the mirror instead of shaving your own face when you engage or react out here in the world, because it's just a reflection. That's all reality is a reflection. So it's about doing this in here. Now, the other thing, I do want to address this card, because with that integrity card here, right, it's a reminder not to get sucked into the drama, not to get sucked into old patterns, because I know that you guys are working and truly in your heart want to be the most authentic, loving versions of yourself that you can be. But you know what? When somebody really hurts you or really, pisses you off, it's easy to fall back into these old patterns of reacting and, saying things that we don't really mean to say. We don't want to really say them. It's just, a defaulting back into these defensive, protective programmings that we learned to use to defend ourselves when we were young. And the subconscious just defaults back into that. And this is talking about trying to maintain your awareness in this situation and to allow yourself not to react, but to respond, right? I'm going to create some boundaries here. I'm going to allow myself to be in my power and not react to these people or this situation. And I am going to do my best to honor what I believe is right action. Okay? So that's what that integrity card is talking about. Now, with this Royal Order card, that Royal Order card is actually talking about self-care, taking care of yourself, taking care of your physical body, taking care of your emotional needs, because a lot of the time we even unconsciously self-punish ourselves, so that when the world is sometimes difficult outside of us, we're like, we'll overeat or not eat enough. We won't get proper sleep, and we'll do things like, buzz our brains out with online something or try to distract ourselves and not take care of what is needing to be taken care of right here, right? Because this is about self-nurturing, self-love, and that knowing that regardless of what is happening in any of the relationships or the world outside of you, you are pure divine love, my love. And you need to take care of you. You need to learn how to take care of you. That, regardless of whether someone else is feeding you some story that you are or are not lovable and worthy, you absolutely are. And this is about you, forcing yourself even. You might have to force yourself to do self-loving things for you in the beginning. And even if you have to force it, then you do that. Because this is talking, it's talking about this shift coming in your relationships through the actions of, maintaining your integrity, through communicating, because Archangel Michael is communicating, Dragon Guide is communicating your truth, your honest feelings, communicating whatever you need to communicate. And through the act of loving yourself first, loving yourself most, becoming totally, completely selfish, right? But not in an egotistical way. Selfish as in, I am going to take care of me first. Because what is happening here is that there has to be, I want to give you guys some kudos here, because you are doing things that are shifting and moving the energy of what's happening, because we have the right order card. So that is saying that, this is like all this chaos outside of this organized, straight-lined kind of pattern here. And so it's talking about that chaos and craziness that is happening in the relationships, and it coming into an order, meaning like the relationships are going to get sorted. Those who should stay will stay. Those that need to go will go. And there's a very much a sense of peace and self-lovingness that's coming in here. Now, there is more to your reading. If you'd like to find out what else is manifesting and coming in your life, and the energies around that. We have our choice A, which is like angelic, choice B, which is emotional, and choice C, which is in the physical reality. Okay, so you make your choice here, and I will see you guys in just a sec. Hi, group 3. How are you? Okay, so let's see. What are you manifesting in here? Wow. Okay. Revealed, which I love. It's kind of like a manifestor card, because, you know, this is like, I see this as a universe. And out of here, it's like this galaxy is being formed. So, I mean, I know what the traditional meaning of this card is, but I really feel like they're talking about this big change in your world overall, like in general. Ooh, a manifesting card, which is Shenrizi. Shenrizi is a Buddhist deity, and Shenrizi, this card has crazy wild energy. Anyway, it really is about, Shenrizi is about manifesting powerfully, and not just like bringing things into our world, but like becoming empowered in your ability to consciously manifest, consciously select what you want and draw that into your world. So that's pretty powerful. Wow. Okay. We have gentleness, which is a spiral. That's talking about gentleness on yourself, gentleness on the situation. And I have to say, with that Shenrizi card being there and the gentleness, I feel like there's trying to say, like, lay off a little bit, like, you know, with whatever it is that you're really wanting to bring in, there has to be that process of letting go, you know, and gentleness on yourself of, why have I not manifested this yet? That kind of stuff, that kind of energy. That's what they're talking about. They're saying you need to learn the art of detachment, right? And to go, you know, I'm learning how to do this. We don't, you know, to a child that is just learning how to ride a two-wheeler bike, we don't go, dang it, look at you, child, you fell off this two-wheeler on your first try. Can you imagine how ridiculous that would be to scorn a child for learning how to ride the bike? And so this is like, you know, your life and manifesting is about waking up to the divinity of what and who you truly are. You are God. You are God incarnated, but you're still in this human form with this limited human consciousness. So this is about you cutting yourself a break and going, okay, you know what? I'm going to play with this. Make it light. Make it enjoyable. And the other card that we have sitting here is Astral Realms. And that one is, and this one is Astral Realms. I know it is about alternate realities, dimensions, and that sort of thing. But, you know, this really feels like they're talking about the unseen world of like the physics of manifesting, you know, like understanding the quantum mechanics and laws behind the manifesting. You know, the power of visualization, but how you visualize it to really bring this into your life. And it's not that you're bringing it in. This is quantum. It's already here. It just is going to become a part of our perception, right? Now, I do need to get, before I go into that more, I need to get out the other two cards and we'll see what all they're talking about here. Okay, group 3. What are you manifesting in? What do you need to know? Subconscious, what's happening here? Is there anything more coming in? Nice. Celestial. I'm excited. Okay. And Starseed. And that starseed card, it loves to come out in the readings. But I want to go here to the celestial card, because remember how I started and I said to you, with this card, it feels like there's major shifts happening throughout your entire world, your entire life. And it doesn't feel like they're not talking about one specific thing changing. However, they are talking about, this celestial card is all about your path and your purpose. And in the booklet, it says, we want this magical scroll to fall from the heavens, and we unroll it, and it says, Jane or John, you are here to do da da da, and we cuddle it, and oh, thank you, universe, you told me what I'm here to do. And it doesn't quite work that way. It's through a series of events unfolding that we come to understand our path, or what direction we are to take, or where our strongest gifts are. And this is talking about you guys coming into this place, like it's through the power of manifesting and creating your life, that it's bringing you onto your true sense of purpose, onto your true path. And so for some of you, it will be for you to actually step out and do it. Because everybody, this is a group reading, you're all kind of at different levels here of where you are on embracing your path and your purpose. And so for others of you, this will be about you becoming consciously aware of what your path and purpose is, right? So it's going to happen in different ways for each of you. Now, this starseed card, and this one is interesting, because with this card, the starseed card, it carries some of the things that you can read online about starseed people, but a lot of it is like the biggest meaning with a starseed card is that feeling of not quite belonging, or not quite really understanding your place in life and in this world, and feeling like you don't really fit in anywhere. And because we have both the celestial card talking about your path and your purpose, and the starseed card, it feels to me like a lot of these changes that are coming here in your world is shifting you into this place of really feeling that sense of home. Like I'm here, I've got my spiritual, physical, emotional piece of real estate here, and this is where I belong. Okay. But they are talking about, in some essence or some sense, that through the process of what you're doing, like the work that you're doing on yourself, the things that you're doing to the best to your abilities, shift the things in your life, and create the life that you actually truly want, the one that's authentic to you in your heart and soul. And that through that is bringing you to that place of having that sense of belonging, camaraderie, understanding, like belonging within the group and just within your life in general. That quiet unease that you can get, that you just like feel like you were the alien dropped off onto this strange planet and you just don't fit in here. And that's talking about a change in that feeling happening. And so there's a lot of that feeling of like that aloneness or disconnect, kind of getting respite from that, relief from that. And that you really do you guys are coming to this place where you're stepping into your own somehow in a really beautiful way. Now, like I was saying, with that gentleness card, it's talking about taking it easy on yourself as far as your manifesting goes. So if you're visualizing, it's not about forcing yourself to see this picture and having tension, emotional tension, or forcing these feelings to feel them as you're visualizing. This is about lightening up, and going, you know what? I'm not going to visualize. Say I'm going to fantasize. Change the words, because it changes the contextual meaning of what you're doing in your mind. So if you aren't visualizing, if you're fantasizing, I know that for me personally, if I'm going to fantasize, I'm going to freaking enjoy it, right? Versus I'm going to manifest car, money, house, better job, blah, 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 right? You've got to lighten it up in your mind a little bit. So this is like making it playful, making it light. Like, what would you like to see yourself doing that actually kind of, as you see it play out in your mind, gives you a giggle or gives you a rush or makes you feel good? And it's not about forcing that feeling. It's about living in the vision of the end of the wish fulfilled, seeing that happen in your mind's eye, and that feeling naturally arising from the vision of that in your mind, right? And it is also talking about taking it easy, or like a gentleness on yourself, and pushing yourself in your life and forcing things to manifest, like trying to get your human hands in here and your mind, and going, oh well, maybe if I do this, it will force things this way, and da-da-da. Guys, universe doesn't work that way. You can't force the universe anything. The universe is like the most stubborn donkey I've ever met. Seriously. And there's just nothing within your human capacity that can force something into fruition or to its unfoldment, because everything is in its perfect time. It will arrive, and it will not be late. It will come just in time. Okay, so there's a lot about relaxing here, So I really want to encourage you guys to maybe study some techniques, because there's quite a few people out there that can help you with that process of detachment, and really lighten up on yourself. And I would suggest kind of coming to understand the mechanics of manifesting, the deeper, more authentic mechanics of manifesting. All right. So this is not the end of your reading. There's something more that's still happening in your life. So if you would like to check out part 2 and get that more personalized part of your reading, your choices are A, B, or C. So I will see you guys there in just a sec. Hi, Group A. Okay, so we have our 3 cards for your personalized part of your reading, and we have, we have Light Within again. So for those of you who chose, I think it was pick number 1, you're getting this card for a second time. And we have the Manifest card. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. Actually, I'm turning them towards me when they should be towards you. And we have the Resolutions card. Okay, so I really feel like, as I had said with first group who received this card, the Light Within card is very much about processing your internal emotions. It's about there's such a stigma that, if I have negative emotions, I'm going to manifest negative things. And it's like, no, it's not quite like that. You need to take the time to allow yourself the process of really understanding what these emotions are. So for those of you who are really interested, I'd say go back and watch card pick number 1, where I'm talking about this card, just fast forwarded it into that spot and get a bigger explanation, because a lot of this is talking about this cleansing. It's a cleansing out of all these stagnant and stored emotions that are happening within you, and that can be a bit of a process, but it's a necessary process for when you're manifesting, because it's the old emotions and the old things that still live and linger within us that can put a little spin on the things we're trying to manifest, you know? So if we want to be able to manifest cleanly, and it's like, you know, really cleaning out your inside, because that looks like a tear, and it's like doing that inner cleansing process to really clean the inside up so that the outside cleans up, because it will happen naturally on its own. The other thing I feel like they're talking about here is that whatever issue you have been having personally, issue or issues that have been causing you grief, that have been, you know, causing you either frustration or tears or any of that, I feel like, because it's going to be so different for each of you, because this is a group reading, but with this resolutions card here, this is saying that there's resolution coming to whatever that emotional issue or situation is. And it's kind of like that, hold on, you know, because there's a delay process between when the solution or resolution, the energy of that begins to move before it becomes full and in completion here in physical reality. So I feel like they're saying hold on as well, because there is change. This situation or thing that is causing you grief is changing, and it will be better for the better. And the other thing with this manifest card, whatever this big thing is that you're working to manifest, the bigger things, I honestly feel like the universe is saying that you can look forward to this either beginning to manifest or come out in full fruition for you here coming up. I feel like there's something that you're working on or want to bring into your life that has been a challenge for you, a struggle, and I feel like it's around finances or money, purpose, job, like that sort of category that may be different for you, that may be something else that you're looking to manifest. It just that flavor is being carried here. Now, if you like your reading, please do hit subscribe and like. I am available for personal readings, and all my information is right here below the video in the video description. And I'd love to meet you and do a personal reading. And as always, I am wishing you guys so much love. I'm really excited for you because you have something beautiful coming for you. Okay, just got to get doing that inner work, as always. All right, much love to you guys. I will see you soon. Hi, Group B. How are you? Those of you who have chosen our obsidian hearts. Okay, let's see. What do we have? Love this card. Shining Star. And this is talking about you shining your light. Faith. Now that, you know what? I'm actually glad that one came out, because that's a really important part of manifesting. And joyous. I love this guy because I see this as a little kind of face. So with that Shining Star card, you know, as I was holding it, like a lot of this is about you allowing yourself to be this bright, beautiful light that you are. It's about no longer holding yourself back. And I feel like this is kind of talking about you kind of becoming aware of the truth of who you are and your true innate ability to manifest. It is a natural process for us to manifest our lives. We manifest everything in our lives. It's just switching from doing it unconsciously to consciously. And there's something coming here for you guys. Like, I'm going to use a word that I used in one of the other readings today, but I feel like there's some sort of recognition, like being seen for your recognized for an accomplishment or something that you've done. It's like, you know, like feeling special. There's something coming up here for you guys that you are going to feel special about. And I have no idea what that is because it's a group reading. But the other card sitting here, the Faith card, that is saying that one of the things that you can contribute to your repertoire or things that you're focusing on as far as you're manifesting is like learning to have faith in the God within yourself that is creating your life at every moment right now as you speak anyway, right? Like it's already happening. But to be able to have faith in yourself in the process of what you're doing to manifest these things into your life, and you know, like not knocking yourself, going, oh, you know, afterward going, I probably didn't do that visualization very well, and I probably didn't feel it intense enough, and then you second guessing and backtracking and like slowly dismantling all this beautiful energy that has gone into this manifestation or visualization that is creating the seed, and you're coming along to the seed you just planted and like stomping all over it, right? And so there's something about you, and you'll know what that is for yourself personally, where you can strengthen your faith in yourself and the process of the things that you are doing that to manifest these things in. But guys, I really have to say, you have the joyous card coming out. So I feel like regardless of how things have been for you up to this point, that you have, like, you know, there's this recognition, feeling special. And I feel like there's just something joyful, a joyful switch into joy, to inner joy, inner peace, just contentment coming up here for you guys. Okay, so that's really amazing. Now, I am available for personal readings, and if you would like a personal reading, which is much more detailed to you specifically, you can contact me. Right below the video is all the information on the cards and where to reach me for a reading. And if you like the video, please do hit the like and subscribe. I wish you much love. I'm really excited for you guys, actually. This is amazing, amazing. I'm sending you all my love. Take care. Hi, Group 3. Oh, sorry, Group C. Hope you would, people. This, you know what? I have to show you guys because you deserve to see this. So this is petrified wood that has been crystallized. It's millions of years old, and it naturally crystallized, and it was found on Hopi land. So, cherished. Okay, so let's get into your reading. Ooh, nice. Okay, we have advancements. Okay. Gifted. I wish I had pulled them on camera now so that you could see that. Okay. Number 22, we have a master number here. Okay. So there's a lot, you know, there's a lot of meaning behind master number 22. You can go look it up if you would like. But with 22, there does, because it's a double 2, you know, it is about stability, connection, companionship, balance, that sort of thing. So that's really nice to have. It really is. And with this advancements card coming up, this one is talking about you kind of like being excelled on the, like, fast tracked to wherever it is that you're going, heading for, whatever your goals or aspirations, or where you've got your bow and arrow pointed to right now. If there's something that's going to kind of propel you towards that. And so you really have to just kind of get out of the way here and let the universe do what it's doing, because it's bringing you forward. You're like leveling up on your video game here, right? You've beat the big boss man, and now you're coming up into the next level. So that is hugely encouraging. And with the gifted card here, I love this because it looks like we could just peel off the tape and open this present. But the thing is that you are the present. This is talking about the gifts that you have. And I have to say, because Cosmos has a deep connection of allowing yourself to really walk your path and purpose and that sort of thing. And I feel like these two are working together, talking about you coming to realize some of your gifts or how to utilize your gifts out here in the world, instead of just going and working that regular old job 9 to 5 that you need to work in order to have money. Is that a part of what you guys are manifesting, you know, is being excelled. You're getting excelled on your path, and a deeper awareness of like where your heart, because this is what this is talking about, Cosmos, is like where your heart is really calling you to be and to do and to understand. Like it's like coming to that understanding of what your gifts are and how to share them out here in the world. So I mean, that is huge. So this is a big process that is happening here for you guys, like really putting you onto your path, into your purpose, moving you forward into like that advancements card. It with all of this is saying like it's moving in that direction now. So keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, keep your what's the word I'm looking for? Your spidey senses kind of open. If something is feeling right, if somebody says, oh, do you want to go to Dada to do this and that, and your spidey senses go, I think I should go, even if you don't have time, then go, because it's like, you know, these synchronicities that are going to be happening here for you guys, that are like, you end up going to that, you meet this person who helped you with this, and, you know, connect the dots. However it's going to unfold, it's going to be different for each of you. But there's something about staying really awake and aware and tuned into yourself about what you're doing, and opportunities that you can't see are opportunities yet until after the fact, right? So staying tuned in and really following your heart and when you're what's unfolding here, because it's leading you down there, like leading you. That's amazing. I am available for personal readings, which are much more detailed to you. And if you would like to contact me for a personal reading, all the information is right here below the video. And if you liked your reading, please do share, like, and subscribe. It really helps. Thank you. And I want to wish you guys so much love. I'm really excited for you because this is amazing. Amazing. Okay. I'm going to let you guys go for now, and I will see you next week. Take care.